Good day to you, grade 12 learners. Welcome to today's mathematical literacy lesson. My name is Bernard Donko. This lesson is brought to you by the Northern Cape Department of Education in collaboration with Pagama Research and Development. So my learners, as we are still on the point of revising, now we are looking at another angle, another aspect that will help you to boost your confidence and get you ready, knowing very well that if you have been watching most of my videos, it means you are basically prepared for every portion of the examination. At the end of the lesson, what I want you to do is be able to find minimum and maximum values, know what is Q1, Q2, Q3, analyze. Most importantly, I want you to know how to draw graphs from given data. That is the main point of this lesson. By this time, I'm sure you are aware that paper 1 is made up of 150 marks, paper 2, 150 marks. In paper 1, we are going to have finance, data, and probability. All is to be written in a period of what? 3 hours. So while it is in a period of 3 hours, you should know paper 1 finance 60%, data handling 35%, probability 5%. And then the mark distributions, I have shown them to you here. All right. Paper 1, question 1, plus minus 30 marks, so take note of that. Ne? Question 2 is going to be on finance, question 3 is on data handling, and then question 4 and 5 will be integrated. What it means is that we are going to have a variety of questions from finance, from data that is put together, and then along all of them, you will find questions on probability. So don't expect probability to be one separate question. Okay, then on the data handling, we are going to have questions on these various subtopics, national and provincial issues, historical, inflation, and so on. There will be questions on exchange rate, probability, games, risk assessment, insurance, newspaper articles. They are all going to ask questions that need you to respond. Okay, again, I am informing you, my learners, as you are preparing, don't forget to study your timetable so that you don't miss any of your lessons or exams. There are a few days left for you to finish, so you cannot play around. Don't go a day without studying. That will not help you. And again, learn to read as much as you can. Okay. So then the next thing that I want you to look at is that there are various ways that we are going to represent data. And we have ways like we can represent using bar graphs, histograms, horizontal bar graph, vertical bar graphs. All of them are very important. So what I want you to do is that during the examination, please learn to read the instructions. Sometimes out of anxiety or out of too much excitement, some learners do not read the instructions. Then you miss out on very important information. Let not that happen. Try your best to read the instructions. Don't spend too much time on one question which is not going to give you more marks. Do not leave empty spaces. Your responses should match what the examiner is requiring. Don't do or say things that the examiner never asked. Okay, your calculators. I'm very confident that by this time, your school or your own, you have your own calculators. So I'm giving you what we call the calculator skills. So we have Casio calculator. I am showing you the various skills on how to use them. Then if you have that calculator and you're able to use them very well, it is going to score you as many marks as possible. Think again that we have what we call the time button. It is very vital. It can help you to answer questions. Okay, like the example that you see on the screen here. It is very important to go through them. How about using the same calculator, the Casio, to calculate to get about 4 or 5 marks? It is very simple. Look at the approach that I'm giving to you on the screen. If you are able to go through it, my learner, please remember at any point in time, you can pause the video, watch, and then respond. It will help you a lot. Okay, so you find that this information that is here can fetch you about 5 marks, something that you know you can easily be able to get. All right, now what do we do next if you are asked to go to the examination room? Then the first thing that I want you to do is that you should be able to have your pencil, your calculator, your pen, your rubber, your admission letter. It will be very frustrating that now that they are searching you, they are getting you ready into the exam room, for some reason you have not got your exam timetable with you or your admission letter. You see that immediately it puts you under pressure. So ensure that you have all of these things. If you have your accommodation letter, have it with you so that you are fully relaxed, and try to be in the exam center as quickly as possible also, and most importantly, on time. It is very important. Do not arrive late. It's not nice. Broken line graphs, what are they? I've explained to you again. What I'm saying is that try to pause and see the explanation that I'm giving to you. What's a broken line graph? What is a line graph? What is a double bar graph? What is a scatter plot? The whole idea of showing you all these things because we are focusing on how to represent data. And I'm saying to you that we have got ways of representing data, which includes pie charts, histograms, single and double bar graphs, broken line graphs. We can be able to do that. Okay, so now let's look at pie chart. Before we continue, take note, you are not going to be asked to draw a pie chart. The reason I'm showing you is for you to understand that, oh, by the way, this is how it is done. Once you know this is how it is done, I'm sure it is easier for you to interpret and answer questions on them. So I was asking you to draw, to calculate the various values. Here we have 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, based on the favorite food. So to calculate the various sections in terms of percentages, you just first find the total, meaning add all the values and get your total. Then you take each one, divide by the total, times by 100. That's how you find it. Once you get the values, you can be able to draw a pie chart like what you see here. The reason I'm not spending so much time here is because we are not going to ask you to draw a pie chart. The examiner will give to you. Yours is to interpret. Yours is to analyze and answer questions on them. So let's look at this. Here. There's an exam type question. The examiner is asking you to calculate the percentages like we just did now. So what do? You pause the video, you answer the questions before we move on. I'm giving you 8 minutes. Could you please try quickly to answer them? Try and see if you can find your own way of calculating the percentages. After 8 minutes, we'll come back, my learners. Okay, welcome back, learners. So if you have done it nicely, it will look like this. What I want you to check is look at the answers and see if they are the same like yours. If they are the same, it means you're on the right track. Now, this time, I want us to calculate the same values, but this time in degrees. So again, let me give you about 8 minutes. You see now the values are already there. So you take the 6, divide by the total, and multiply by 360. That's the key. Take the 6, divide by, meaning the red, divide by the total after adding all of them, and then you divide by 3, and you multiply by 360. So if you have done it, my learners, here is how it is. It is going to look absolutely wonderful. So you are able to define and calculate the various sections. So it will help you to know how it is done. All right. Now, let's go to another section. I want you to draw a pie chart based on the information here. I'm giving you this time 10 minutes. I need you to work a little bit faster. I know it takes time, but work a little bit faster. It will boost your confidence. You'll be able to finish within 2.5 hours. You still have about 30 minutes even to go over and see what you have done. So let's try to work with time here. 10 minutes, we'll come back and reveal the answer. Welcome, learners. So we see if you have done it nicely, it's going to look like this. You have managed to draw a pie chart for the various percentages. It adds up. If it is in degrees, you also get the entire marks. How about bar graphs? How do they look like? So we use bar graphs to help us to visually represent data so that comparisons and trends will be easier to see. So now, how do we learn to construct a bar graph? Let us do one example. So here we have various fruits with number of people who like the various fruits, and I'm asking you to represent this using a bar graph. So this is how it looks like. So now you will get your graph paper. Can you see there is spaces in between each fruit? So yours is to find out how many people are there, draw the charts. These are the graphs. When it's a bar graph, know that there's going to be spaces between the bars. Okay? Look at what it looks like. When it's a bar graph, what will happen? There will be spaces within the bars. They don't touch each other. Okay. So now let's look at another question. This time I'm giving you something totally different. Let's see if you can get it correct. The examiner is giving us a whole lot of name categories here. And then we have what you call tariffs. So these are the ones at the toll gates. The classification of vehicles and the prices that they need to pay. So the examiner says, write down the e-toll tariff for a non-registered user who passes through Ukozi Gantry and drive class B vehicle. So on this screen, I have given you 2 questions. I need you to take only 4 minutes to answer them. We are going to reveal the answer together once you are done. So let's go. After 4 minutes, we'll come back. So for question 1.1, what is our answer? 13 Rand 78. I hope you can find it because we are talking of where the person passed through at where? Ukozi. Here is Ukozi. And then they were driving class B. So we go under class B, but class B for non-registered. This is non-registered, meaning they have not registered. So we go under class B of non-registered for Ukozi. The price is 13 Rand 78. I hope you got it correct. Okay, let's look at the next question then. Write down the names of the countries that show the highest tariffs for e-tag users driving class B. So it means that here we have e-tag users, class B. We want the most expensive tariff. So where is the countries? Where? We have Ibobe and Sunbed. Let's look at Ibobe. I hope you can find Ibobe and Sunbed. There is Ibobe. Let's look for Sunbed. Have you managed to find it? It is following next. Do you see them, my learners? They both are the ones which are the most expensive. Okay, so now I'm giving you question 1.3. It says, refer to the information given and answer the questions that follow. Calculate the mean e-toll tariff. What are we looking for? Mean e-toll tariff. I'm giving you just 4 minutes. Could you please try it and then we will discuss together. Welcome, learners. So this is how I wanted you to do the work. So the mean is the following: 7 Rand 50, 7 Rand 50. I hope you can find that here. Okay, because the question was talking of class B. So these values, add all of them. How many countries are there? There are 17. So when we add all the values and divide by 17, we get 6 Rand 91. Okay, then let us continue. So this time I am giving you a different question. Question 1.3b. It says, determine the median e-toll tariff. How do you find median again? Median is the middle value after arranging. So what I need you to do for the same class B, all the values there, arrange them from small to big so that we can be able to find the median. I'm giving you 3 minutes. Let's go, learners. After 3 minutes, we will come back. Remember, first, you have to arrange the data set. Which data set? We are talking of the data set under class B of registered eTag users. After 3 minutes, we will come back, learners. Welcome, my learners. I hope you managed to get the answer correct. So let us check. We are supposed to find the median. So the first thing we have to do is to arrange. Now that we have arranged, we go and find the middle value. If you have done it well, you will realize that the middle value is 7 Rand and 13 cents. Okay, how about number C? We are still on the registered. So now it says, hence state giving a reason whether the mean e-toll tariff or the median e-toll tariff best represent these tariffs. So meaning I want you to say something. Should you use the mean or the median? Whichever you use, I want you to give me a reason. So let's go. I'm giving you only 2 minutes. Write your response. We will reveal our answers together after 2 minutes. Okay, welcome, my learners. So this is how I wanted you to respond. The median is the better representation. If you chose the median, good. You find that the examiner will give you 1 mark. Then what is the reason? The mean is affected by the 150, which is an outlier. Can you see we have 750, but then this country which charges only 150 is too far away. That's an outlier. Or you can say both the mean and the median are suitable because the difference is only 22 cents, which is not bad. You can actually ignore it. It's not even 30 cents. So you could have said the mean or the median, depending on the response and the explanation you give to support your answer. I hope that makes sense to you. All right. Now, let's look at 1.4. Now, I want you to be working. So I've given you an answer sheet attached, and I want you, let's go back. I want you to represent the e-toll tariffs for non-registered users class B. Are we together? Non-registered users class B. These values, I want you to draw a bar graph. So let us go for only 5 e-toll countries. So I have given you a guide. I want only these countries, not everything. So you have got 6 minutes. Let us go. You draw your bar in the empty spaces that I've given you. Use these empty spaces. Tell me how it is so that we can move on. Let's go. We'll come back soon to represent. Welcome back, my learners. So this is how I wanted it to look like. If you manage to do it well, can you see each one there? Marker is giving 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks for drawing those bars correctly in the spaces given. And that definitely will boost your mark. So what I'm saying is that once you have got the questions, take time, read through it, and you will see that definitely you know the answer. It will not stress you at all. All right. 1.5 says, use the information in the table above to draw a line graph. So this time we are not drawing a bar graph. We are drawing what? A line graph. Then they have given us a graph paper. So if you can see on the graph paper, at the top, I have given you all the values. So it is talking about the total cost per single trip for different distances that a person has traveled. 0, 0, 1 kilometer is 50 Rand, and so on. So what I want you to do is to draw a line graph to represent that. Can I give you 5 minutes to give it a try? We'll come back and discuss together, my learners. Remember, practice makes perfect. So you pause the video, you draw, and then we can compare to see if you did the right thing. Don't just sit and watch the video and go through. You are not going to become better doing that. So we'll come back after 5 minutes. Welcome, learners. So this is how I wanted you to draw it. And if you did it well, can you see? It will look absolutely wonderful. And there are marks. You have the marks for the starting point, another mark for where it changes direction, the straight line, you get a mark, and for joining the points, a mark. The general shape also give you a mark. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks. I'm sure if you can get these values, you are boosting your confidence. Okay, so now let's look at our question 2. Rafik is a soccer fan and he wants to use his knowledge of mathematical literacy to understand the possible outcomes of a game. The possible outcomes of a soccer game are win, draw, or lose. The team that Rafik supports still has to play 2 games. So the examiner is saying an incomplete tree diagram. So now we are talking of something different. An incomplete tree diagram on answer sheet D shows the possible outcomes of the 2 games that still have to be played. Yours is to write down the missing information in the spaces provided on answer sheet D. So let us check them, my learners. This is our tree diagram. So there is a portion here that the examiner wants you to provide the answer. Can you do it? This one doesn't have to take us long. Read carefully and see if you can figure out the correct answer. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, learners. Let's go. Write the values. Okay. Did you manage to write them? Okay. Let's see. So the first one is the letter D, because it's supposed to be win, draw, lose. If you didn't know, just follow the one that was already done. Can you see? It's win, draw, lose. The next one is also win, draw, lose, meaning the middle value is what? Draw. Then, can you see? We are following this line. So it's supposed to be lose and draw, LD. If you have done that, you score yourself some good marks. Now, let us summarize what we have done so far. We have talked about different ways of representing the data. We have done line graphs, we have done bar graphs, we have even done probability tree diagram. Now, what you need to do is to go back, replay, and try to see if you can do better. So, again, I need you to have a target. Learners, you cannot go to the exam center and tell yourself whatever marks I score is fine. That's not going to help you. So have yourself a target, work towards the target, and then make sure you achieve your target, because you need to go to tertiary next year. I need you to go to tertiary, and I believe you will. All right. So for that, I am giving you a bit of a homework. Can you go and try it, get it right, and give to your teachers or somebody who understands the subject to mark for you, so that you'll be able to boost your confidence. If there's any point where you need to rectify or do better, you do that. And I think you'll be able to do fine. If you keep on watching these videos, I'm sure you're going to do so well in the examination. That brings us to the end of another video that we were sharing ideas together. I hope you benefited a lot. Thank you so much for staying with me. I will see you in another episode. Bye-bye.